What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode of Not a Podcast, or should we call this Not a Hype Talk?
Not a hype talk.
You know, with the whole topic and everything, I felt like it felt more like a podcast topic.
Okay.
And, you know, I wanted to discuss everything going on, right? Crazy times. You know, we just dropped the whole vlog going to Vancouver and everything. Everybody was talking about, I can't believe you would shake that many hands. That was shot about 2 weeks ago, right?
About 2 weeks ago.
About
we were
weeks.
still a little nervous.
Before things got real serious.
Real crazy. Yeah. So speaking of serious, you know, the government just said no gyms, no fitness centers, same thing. No clubs, restaurants, everybody basically, no gatherings over 50 people. Coronavirus right now, man. What do you guys, Nike, the sports, it's crazy.
Wash your damn hands. Wash your damn hands regularly. Be cautious of who you are around. I was already feeling iffy about going to the gym. Like, you know me, I'm trying to get in shape right now.
The gym is crazy. I think the gym should have been almost like the first thing that was canceled.
They got me doing the prison workouts at home. I got over here. I had to give myself a little iron gym. I had to get in touch with my little inner calisthenics and doing push-ups and run up and downstairs.
Do the NY workouts where you're on the light post.
I'm over here like this, just
I'm doing
things I never thought I could do.
So you guys want to talk about sports first?
Man, I don't know if I could wait this long without basketball.
NBA shut down.
Let's start
the
off
whole
with Mr.
Gobert thing.
Rudy Gobert, what a tool.
Donovan Mitchell.
What a
they
tool.
have it, right? Anybody else?
One new person.
But yeah, the NBA shut down, man. What do you guys think of
It
this?
needed to happen. I hate to say that, but it needed to happen. This is something that is, I feel like, on a large forefront. When you're talking about celebrities, you're talking about people that are all-star athletes. A person like Rudy Gobert getting it after actually
clowning about it,
joking about it, and he's the one, ironically, that got it.
That wasn't like, okay, not to his defense, or like, no one at that time predicted that it was gonna be that crazy. So even when he did touch the mic, I bet you no one was like, oh, why are you touching, getting at him. It just so happened, it's so ironic.
That awareness is what needed to be done. Say, whoa, this is serious. This could literally, anybody could get it. Anything could happen at any time. And it actually brought more attention. He actually even apologized. I appreciate that he apologized.
He should.
Everybody donating $100K right now, $100K each.
About $100K. He donated $500,000.
Hey, when you do that, you're the first.
Look, Rudy is about to break up the duo. Okay, I know Donovan Mitchell.
Whoa,
he gave to Donovan Mitchell. They were saying it was Donovan Mitchell mentioned that it took him a while to just overcome the whole situation. Him joking about it, him actually giving it to him. So it's like, man, don't be surprised if the Jazz break up. Just dismantle the whole team, man.
Hey, they wasn't going to win no chips anyways.
Oh,
I don't know. All right, so we're talking about how much they're donating. Obviously, there's a lot of positives coming from it. Like the whole arenas not being able to work. There's a lot of employees and whatnot. But the
shout out to Mark Cuban.
I
want to shout out to Mark Cuban.
Yo, he's one of my favorite entrepreneurs, period.
He's a good guy,
he's crazy.
Man. He, right in the moment, it was a split decision. He saw it at the same time. Everybody else kind of saw it maybe a little bit ahead of time, but he made a decision right away to take care of his team, his whole team, as far as the arena.
Now that we're not playing games, what about all the people who work here on an hourly basis? We'll put together a program for them.
Yeah.
And he also kind of let everybody know this is more of a serious matter. It's not just an NBA matter.
Yeah.
But it's actually a national and world issue right now, and we should be taking it a little bit more serious.
Almost like in the times of crisis, you're gonna see good and you're gonna see bad, right? We'll talk about that a little bit later how it pertains to like racism and all that, but you're gonna see good and bad. And I think he took this opportunity not on purpose or like PR reasons, but he really did some good.
Do what's right for your families. That's what I'll do.
I'm not gonna lie, did not think it was gonna be this serious this fast. Okay, I thought we were gonna get some games without fans, because that's what they were saying at first, but now it's just complete shutdown. Obviously, few NBA players got it, and I think they're taking
even
it super
LeBron was
serious.
saying that would have been a no-go, though. He wouldn't play with the no fans.
We play games without the fans?
Yeah.
No, it's impossible. I ain't playing.
Instead, there's just
Well, he ain't playing at all now.
True. I think it's because the players got affected. Right when Rudy, tested positive, that's when it's just all shut down.
Yeah.
It's
Health
crazy.
issue.
It was announced, in January? Like the end of January. It is March. That was an entire month where people didn't really know how to handle it, right?
all I know is that I know people are getting bored, being at home, doing some crazy weird things, and I don't know. I just feel
Weird
like
thing. What you mean?
I see the memes out there, man. The memes are crazy. I know Johnny's been sending me a couple of videos that were they're funny, but they're weird.
Well,
right?
can we take this time to learn a couple hobbies, maybe cooking. You know,
You're getting into piano.
piano. Yeah, your boy on the piano. You know, when I'm.
Again, I'm gonna go back, man. Maybe I sound a little paranoid, but I already kind of noticed like this is gonna be kind of scary. And for me to actually see it happen with the NBA and why it needed to happen the way it did, I'm glad that it really did shake up the world in that manner. And every organization really started shutting down right after that. You see what Nike even closing up now.
Let's segue then. Nike right now. Obviously, all Nike towns completely shut down. They're saying
Shoe releases delayed or canceled.
so you know, on a lighter note, they were saying for sure they are stopping the production on Flint 13s.
Ain't nobody checking for no Flint 13. That might have been a good thing.
The DMP 6s, you know, I think those are in the production line right now, and they were saying those are either scrapped or delayed, or like you're saying, might be a good Flint 13.
Nike should be thanking the situation.
Hey,
for that.
how you gonna turn this into a copper drop upcoming sneaker releases?
Man,
No one needs I'm glad it wasn't on no fire off-whites or, you know what I mean?
Ooh, I bet you the off-whites were like probably on the borderline to
like,
get scrapped.
hey,
They're like,
keep-
get those in. Right. Stop the Flint production. Stop the DMP production.
Move production to Vietnam for those.
Yeah, man.
They
but yeah.
sending you a pair of off-whites with a bottle hand sanitizer. That's what they're gonna do.
70% of all shoes sold in the US come from China.
Wow.
So it just goes to show you this thing
Wow.
is bigger than just what's, you know, our everyday lives and everything. Sneakers
yeah.
are affected. Clothing, I know you guys are asking for a restock. And so, hey, the hoodie flannels, those were made in China. We can't make, you know, luckily the t-shirts were made in the USA, denim, Turkey. But
Trust me, it's definitely, this whole thing is definitely affecting what we have planned ahead. Now we just got to plan around it, plan through it. We're going to do whatever it takes.
I like what you said though. Plan around it or through it. Like you're still gonna work with it. You know what I mean? Like
if we got to go to Antarctica and there's a factory there,
the polar bears.
the Eskimos, the Eskimos going to do their thing, then we're going to have to do that. I'm just saying.
Adidas said they expect sales in China to drop by $1 billion. Based on, people are moving different. Obviously, it's not even about like the product availability. It's also about people's funds. People's funds are being affected. Jobs, you know what I mean?
I know. I mean, me and Johnny, and obviously you are too, Rich. We're small business owners. If
Yeah.
it's hitting and affecting the big honcho companies, it's definitely affecting us little fish.
Oh man,
harder.
and you hear that? I mean, a ton right now. Like, obviously, we can't do this whole like support your local restaurant movement that was going on. You can't do that anymore. They're closed.
You could try to do that. They're doing takeout options right now in Washington. So to correct that, they are actually doing takeout options. I don't know how many people actually want to leave the house right now. The best thing, obviously, to do is to stay inside and quarantine yourself as much as possible.
I'm glad. Sorry to cut you. I'm
you're
glad
good.
it's starting now, man.
I wish it would start sooner.
The sooner we start the whole quarantine, process or whatever, the sooner we could get back to hopefully normal.
I'm glad that now action's being taken. I'm curious on what people are doing with all the toilet paper that's being taken right now, man.
The toilet
Are they building
paper thing
toy
is a
houses
little
or
crazy. Like
tree houses, toilet paper houses.
there's gotta be some positive that comes from this whole situation. I don't know what it could be, but there's gotta be something because there's a lot of hate right now. Racism towards Asians. We're Asians in media in the light right now.
I mean, I saw you post up the comment that someone DM'd you.
That was crazy.
Saying you got corona. Like,
Oh, man. Right after you posted it.
So
right
I-
after you posted something that was actually serious to help everybody else be more educated,
Yo,
he gonna say something ignorant like that.
that's what I'm saying. That stuff that's not cool. You know what I mean?
Well, during this time, I mean, going back to just talking about that dude's ignorance, and I don't know if you want to put his tag up or whatever you did when you reposted on your story, but the ignorance, the only way to fight the ignorance right now is to educate yourselves. If you guys aren't informed about what's going on right now, I highly recommend just checking out cdc.gov just to check out what's going on, proper information, just to educate yourself to see what is going to take effect. Like for me personally, right? I don't want to get it and then potentially get people within my household that are older than me that have a higher chance of actually not surviving for it.
That's a good point. You posted about it on IG. Like, it might not necessarily be about you. Obviously, you could
Nah.
fight it. You're healthy and whatnot, but you got to think about the people around you, right?
Yeah, and I
thought that was a cool post.
Thank you, man. And I think it goes back to just kind of like a silver lining. Like you said, what's the good in it? I think the good in it, hopefully, is that, I think through any type of situation like this, we have to kind of take a look as far as what can we do to help each other out right now? How can we come together as a community instead of just kind of like exploiting? Like y'all seen the dude that he bought like 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer and he can't sell it now. And I think that was the right thing for Amazon to do, was to take that off the market.
Oh,
What he needs to do is give it away now. I'm pretty sure he
That's what
made
I'm
a
saying,
lot
like-
of money off of it. I read his little thing. His reasoning was like, look, man, I'm in a position to put my family in a more financial situation.
Business, there's wins and there's losses, and this is a situation where cutting my losses is the right thing to do.
Look, man, people need that sanitizer that you're
sure.
marking up 10 times. You know, this is when like reselling to me is like horrible.
Speaking of, we're talking about, potential good that could come from this.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the whole racism, bullying that's going on right now. I mean, this is serious. Obviously, a lot of our audience are young Asians out there. How do you feel about this? Is there anything you could advise? It is kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Like, it's crazy for me to even have to repeat this or even say this, but it just goes back to the ignorance, man. Like, I don't think a lot of people know, or whoever is out there, obviously with the times right now on social media, it's easy to make a joke out of something that's going on, right? And I think being light about situation is okay, but when it goes down to actually targeting a particular race and, racism and stuff like that gets involved, it's very ignorant to really think that it's only Asian people that are more prone to get this. I want people to know that, like, anybody can get this. Any race, anybody around the world.
Yo, if you're
can get this
targeting
right
people
now.
at school, well, there's no even school right now, but
Yeah.
if you were targeting Asians at school, you lame for that. You know what I mean?
Well, it
'Cause
just shows how uneducated
it
you
goes
are.
to show you how dumb you are.
Yeah.
Like, that's facts.
It's crazy that I would even have to reiterate that, but this goes back to just taking a look at your neighbor, man. No race, no creed, whatever it is. We all really need to help each other and understand that this is a we thing right now. It has nothing to do with ethnic
You know what would be
background.
cool is if we could like even encourage like the audience that maybe aren't Asian out there. If you have a friend that's Asian right now, maybe reach out, let them know, hey man, I support you during this thing. Like, cause it can't, I bet you a lot of young Asians out there feel maybe targeted right now. And if you
Backs
got the
against the
support,
wall.
if you got their, the support of your friends, it's gonna mean a lot. You might think it might be a little corny, but just, let them know, hey, like, I got you.
Yeah, it
I don't know.
definitely goes a long way, is what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. So overall, with this whole situation, I think it is important to address these things because, we talk about sneakers, we talk about sports, clothing, fashion. It does pertain to these industries we are in. We care about you guys as our audience. So I think this video was just necessary to talk about.
We definitely didn't want to downplay the severity of what's going on, but we also want to bring to attention like what else around this whole
For sure.
virus is going on
And
right
what
now
can
as well,
come
too.
from it?
Yes,
How can
exactly.
you handle it? And that's why I wanted to give that encouragement. If you do have some friends that maybe have been bullied due to this, hey, let them know. I'm there
Exactly.
for you, man. You know what I mean?
Or even if you yourself are Asian or and is not well educated on the situation, get educated so that maybe you can spread that education to the people that don't know know anything about what's going on.
Yeah.
That's just poking fun instead.
Yeah. But hey, no Flint 13s though.
No Flint 13s.
No Flint 13s.
No Flint 13s.
Maybe the DMP 6s could have, that kind of sucks.
I was kind of excited for those.
There's some other sneakers that they're saying scrap totally. So I don't know what this means for the, our Copper Drop upcoming sneaker releases video.
It's gonna be pretty empty in the month of March. And yeah.
All right. So our next sneaker up is
Nothing.
nothing because production done.
Yeah.
Production.
I don't
Hey,
know.
We're gonna
We don't know when this is all gonna end, man.
we're gonna reverse it. Top 5 sneakers that could have came out.
Yeah, that'd be hot.
All right, no, I got it. Top 5 sneakers coronavirus affected.
Okay.
All right, guys. So, wrapping this one up, before we get out of here, just, anything you guys want to say?
I mean, shoot, shout out to not only like my friends from out of state, but even you guys, like the people that watch this show.
For sure.
I've got a ton of DMs because they know we're from Seattle.
Yeah.
Obviously, Seattle's been hit like the hardest in the whole country.
One of the hard.
A little crazy right now.
A little crazier.
crazy.
And I've been getting a ton of support and love from you guys. Just saying, be careful, wash your hands,
Yeah.
just all that stuff. And man, I read all that, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I mean, going off what Tan said, I definitely want to thank you guys as well too to just reach out to us, but make sure you guys are spreading it out to just everybody, not just us, not just influencing everybody, but make sure you guys are spreading out to your community. I also want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's in the medical field right now, that's working tirelessly to try to find us a cure. That's trying to find us any type of vaccines, but then also the people like nurses that are working around the clock to make sure that patients are okay. I don't think they're getting enough credit
Risking
for what
their
they're
own
doing.
lives.
They're risking their own lives.
sure.
Exactly, man. So shout out to them too.
Yeah, I was just thinking about our audience, man. And, I know maybe like you guys even have parents affected by it. I mean, I don't know what my advice could be for you guys if you have parents that have been affected like employment wise or job wise, but, I don't know. it's tough, you know?
I mean, it's easy to tell everyone to stay in the house, but start thinking like, what are some things that you guys could do while you're just in the house? Don't make
For
it seem
sure.
like you're imprisoned.
Oh,
You know
hell-
what I'm saying? Like,
like that.
make it fun, you know?
Yo, I saw this funny meme. It was, yo, watch America show the rest of the world. We the best at sitting on the couch and watching TV. I was like, that is kind of true. That is
When was
funny.
last time
But yeah,
y'all read a book? You know, read a book. Learn something. I
read
don't
a
know.
book,
Learn
start
a trade.
YouTube channel.
Start a YouTube
lot of things
channel.
you
There's
can
a lot
do
of
at
things you can do,
Oh,
man.
man. Hey, but stock up on the essentials. You know, stock up on the essentials, man. Canned foods, you know, if you overly, maybe when you're there, buy some and give it to your neighbor.
We just wanted to talk about what's going on right now, how it affects what we're doing. You guys as well, man. Let us know down in the comments below what you guys have been doing during this whole situation, how it has affected you guys. It's just crazy, right?
I mean, what are you guys doing to help too? you
Yeah,
know?
for sure. And you know, just spread some positivity out there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bully no Asian people either, all right?
Come on, man. I gotta stop. I
For
gotta
sure.
end today, man.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Shout out to Johnny, shout out to Tang. Shout out to you guys, man. Be positive out there. I know this was a little bit different than the topics we do, but I felt like it was necessary.
So necessary.
Different, and yeah, be careful out there. All right.
Peace.